Amber Alert is for 2-year-old Oziah Reyez. He's missing from let's see, Nampa, Idaho, since 11 a.m. There was an incident at 5th Street in Nampa. That's not as important, I guess, as right here. The child was at the Stinker Station situated at 803 12th Avenue in Nampa. Um, let's see, where's the part with his dad? It says that I can't read it. I had to take a picture with this phone of it on this phone here. Anyway, oh wait, Reyez, he's 36 years old, weighs 190 pounds, is 5'9", and has black hair and brown eyes. I'm gonna back out of that actually because I got it as an Amber Alert earlier too. So I'm actually gonna, let's see, notifications. Alright, I can't find that Amber Alert. Now what's going on? News guy, weather, messages maybe? Oh, that's not it. Alright, well, you've got his picture there. He could be there, he could be here. I'm trying to say that the two cars that he could possibly be in, one of them's a 2018 Honda Civic, the other one's a 2008 Lexus 200 something. I don't remember the license plate numbers. I got the Amber Alert earlier, and I was at the Department of Health and Human Services at the time trying to get them to listen. I mean, they can't make this impossible like this. I'm told to travel to these places where they have somebody to help, but I get lost in it all. I'm going through complete and total hell. Also, I have to worry about my vehicle getting towed if I walk too far away from it. I have to worry about it getting towed if the battery runs down, which it is, because I'm using it to charge things. Maybe if I charge it up a little bit more, it'll be using up the last of my battery, but I gotta be able to have enough to use the battery charger that I've been charging all day with my battery to charge up my car. I'll show you what I mean. If I can get my light on, we'll do this one here. You see that right there? This right here is my battery charger, so I can start my car. It's not a battery charger, it doesn't do that, but it'll jump the car well enough if it's got some charges on it. But when I plugged it in for a while, it goes down to no bars. Let's see if it'll light up now. No, it won't light up. I don't know why. Alright, there are the lights on. There it goes. There it, fuck. No, 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 no. Ah! Ah, fuck. Ah. This has been charging for a while. It's I got 0% charge still. Fuck. I suppose, well, I got this one. These lights are good. These are the ones that are, I got a 6-pack of them because I didn't want to use up all my battery trying to use the overhead light. See, it wasn't just slander, it was a lot of abuse. You get to hear Scott Costa and a couple of them trying to change the subject or trying to make it into something it ain't. Chris Kurth, on multiple occasions, came to threaten me in multiple jurisdictions with other people. He never tried it alone. I'm in it to win it. Right? Isn't that what I'm supposed to say? In it to win it. Trying to get rights for the victims, not for people of any specific color. I'm trying to get help for victims, not of any specific gender. I'm trying to get help for victims, not of any specific religion. I'm trying to get help for victims. Victims. And the most victimized homosexuals are on the streets. The most victimized black folks are on the streets. The most victimized white folks are on the streets. The most victimized men are on the streets. The most victimized women are on the streets. Most crimes against hobos are not, or most murders against hobos, I should say, or homeless people, are committed by people who have houses. People who live in houses. Or have an apartment, or something of the like. They know that homeless people don't matter. I hope I'm down to 30% on this phone too. The thing I do with my eyes, that's part of Tourette's too. It fucking sucks. Alright, I gotta untangle my beard a bit. I do that with my fingers because every once in a while it gets knotted up while I'm sleeping and it fucking tickles my head all day. None of these people get a mandated reporter from Adult Protection Services. They all take advantage of the fact that I have no friends or family to help. That I don't have the ability to process the evidence. I used to, even though just barely, I could mentally process what was in front of me. I could mentally, sit there with somebody and show it to them in about 5 minutes or less. Like, hey, this is the places where the evidence is. This is what's going on. I mean, sure, I would have had to dig through, and in order to show somebody all that evidence, I probably would have had to take probably about 20 or 30 minutes ahead of time and, pulled up a bunch of tabs and put up the different things so that I could show them the different conversations with different people, how hard I tried. Be daft if any of them were going to listen. On the bright side, I give people equality. They didn't care about me. They didn't care who hurt me. I also told the truth about them. Now, there's a lot of slander that I spread knowing it's slander. No joke about that. When the cops slandered my name, and then they slandered everybody else's name in the process, well, I certainly spoke up. When those other people whose names were slandered wouldn't look at the evidence, wouldn't listen, and I had to expend all my resources when they said they'd help me, and I show up in person, and instead of helping me, what do? Do they look at evidence? Do they look at any of the shit that people are putting me through? Do they tell me to let it go? You don't get to let go of something that's still happening, assholes. Right now, the family of somebody else entirely, somebody I don't even know, Oziah Reyez. Do I have to know him or his family to care whether or not anything bad happens to him? Just so you know, that 62%, it's a lot higher than that. The chances of your parents, one or the other parents killing you, is a lot higher than that. That's because that's only violent deaths. Mothers are far more likely to physically assault their children or beat their children. Mothers are more likely to poison their children, which apparently isn't violent. They're also more likely to drown their children, which apparently is not considered a violent death. You ever had somebody hold you underwater? I have. It doesn't feel good. Oh, that was fun. I was just fucking around with you. You ever swallow a whole bunch of chlorine water? And then you get kicked out of the pool because you puked it up? Hey, dude, fucking dipshit over there was holding me underwater. You can kick me out because somebody else held me underwater? I fucking puked it up. It doesn't mean I'm a fucking horrible person. That kind of shit happens. That's actually a true story, too. Got kicked out of the pool for a whole summer. Here's the thing, is that once people started spreading rumors about me, nobody was going to fucking listen to me. They weren't going to look at the evidence. They were just going to treat me like I was bad, okay? I got kicked out of a church, Chapel Assembly of God, because I couldn't sit down and I was in a lot of pain. That pain showed on my face. You can't do that as a man. You have to show no emotion. That paperwork to get me another level of care, that's pretty important. I mean, literally all the shit that I've been going through, they should have put me somewhere. By the way, just because I'm not a convicted felon doesn't mean that I didn't commit any felonies. The problem is none of these dumbasses will listen to me about the felonies I had to commit. On the bright side of my Direct Express card, there's my purchase history on it. You know, I explained to all these people about a lot of the different crimes, that illegal firearm. I tried to explain there's a lot to turn in. A lot. see if it's got any on it. Alright, it's getting a charge on it now. I don't want to start up my car. It's cool now though, so it's... this one's got hardly any charge on it. The one with the 0% on it, it's still blinking 0%. Everything's broken, right? I never wanted to have to scream for help the way that I did. I never wanted to have to threaten my predators back. I threatened them with court. Fucking that was an empty threat. Wasn't nobody gonna help me with court. They were all waiting to see what would happen. Making a victim of abuse like this, go in alone. It's spectacular, isn't it? Instead of making excuses why they couldn't do anything, they could have used their brains to find a way. They even made up artificial excuses, laws that don't exist, rules that don't exist, protocols that don't exist. And of course, everybody tells you something different. But I'm a sponge for my environment, folks. The more afraid I am, the more people treat me like I'm a horrible person. And the more I have fear reactions. But telling people what pieces of shit they are for helping predators get away with this. I'm proud of that. I showed how many of the women here in these situations that were a part of this wanted to say, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. I have PTSD. You're mentally ill and need therapy. I got PTSD, diagnosed, and on the internet. It is on the internet that I do have PTSD, that I do not have schizophrenia, that I do not have delusions. I'm sarcastic, I'm witty, I'm sharp, I'm bright. I get a lot of that. Yeah, I'm fucking aware. I'm also recording. Plan accordingly. I'm glad that Miss Faith was working today and that she was able to talk to her boss. Obviously, it was too late to try to call Health and Human Services. But hopefully nobody will mess with me here. It's a more secluded parking lot, though. A lot more secluded. And that increases the chances of people being more liberal with being assholes, which means that I should probably keep my recording device on all night. If I don't record the beginning of it, they pretend it didn't happen. They don't care. We got a woman who has sex with a 14-year-old boy, and she's released after 6 hours here in Tillamook. Like Dallas was saying, what chance do I have? The reason that I'm afraid of things is because they've happened before. History has a tendency of repeating itself, you know. If you go in over and over again by yourself, well, that sucks badly. There's also the people that I was being told to go to giving me bad or illegal legal advice. Like I definitely made sure I saved the recording when I was trying to get phones back, phone evidence back. Try to track it to its last location. Something of that nature. People kept telling me, oh, you can do this and you can do that. Are you helping me do it or telling me to do it? Please help me to do it. Don't tell me to do it. Show me how. Show me how so I can do it next time. If I knew how to do it, I wouldn't be coming to you for help. Or if I was able to do it alone, I wouldn't be coming to you for help. And yeah, I make every one of these about me and about you and about the other victims too. Good to be rid of you. Thank you for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and your sister's too, and no victim left behind. Now go find Mr. Reyez and his son. I don't care if you find Mr. Reyez, honestly. I care if you find his son safe.